Hi, I'm Jay Seville, the owner of JustNewListings.com Realty, and from the beginning, the brokerage has been about consumer advocacy, trying to be a maverick in the industry, such as writing regularly about which listings were overpriced and why they were overpriced, etc. And one of the biggest issues I've seen the last few years in real estate is the rebate scam in real estate. That's where you have brokerages or individual agents marketing themselves and the need for using themselves because the buyer can get a 25% rebate from that agent if they use them to buy a home. So let's go over all the implications of that type of scenario and see if the buyer comes out ahead or behind when you look at the details and the big picture thereof. I've put up a little infographic here. Wrong one, excuse me. Here we go. So I call this the rebate scam in real estate, and we're looking here at buyer one right here. And we'll use the sample. $400,000 list price. The negotiated price is $392. 25% rebate, almost $3,000. Comes out to a $389 net. So a few $1,000s were saved. Now, then buyer number two, a regular top 1% agent. Let's be extremely modest about this. Let's say they barely negotiate a better price, for example, and a negotiated price of 3% off the list price, you end up at $386, and a lower net than the rebater. And this demands that the issues be looked at. Number one, if you hire an agent who makes their living off of rebates, and that's how they get buyers, do you think you're getting a top 1% agent? I can assure you the answer is no, no, and no. Your best agents and negotiators who are at the top, they don't rebate. If they do so of their own volition to close deals at the end if it's a close call, or let's say in advance they put out there to lower their commission to the seller. That way you have an advantage when negotiating against competing offers. But the bottom line is the best negotiators are the top agents, and generally they're doing 20 plus transactions a year, or they're team leaders, etc. They're handling their own negotiations or they're negotiating for their team members. Therefore, chances are they're going to be able to get you an extra 1 or 2 or 3%, probably 2 to 4% below what a rebate agent can get you, which greatly overrides any net savings you're getting. But even that should not be your focus. When you're picking an agent, you just want to pick the best dang agent you can pick, period. Who knows how to win against competing offers and manipulate the contract, etc. Which agent has a powerful presence in the real estate community among the listing agents? In other words, which agent do the kingpin listing agents respect? Because the great majority of listings are held by a small number of listing agents. Conversely, most of the transactions are coming from a rather small pool of established or productive buyer agents. These two groups know each other, they interact well with each other. If all things are even or close, they do business with each other, not with the rebate agent. So you want to hire the agent who's most effective, who's the best negotiator, who knows how to win against competing contracts, and who's not desperate. If you're a rebate agent, you have to do a bunch of extra transactions to make any money because you're giving away the commission. No, you don't want to work with desperate agents. You want to work with agents who have transactions and big money in their pipeline, who don't need any particular deal, who can look you in the eye and say, this is not the best situation for you. You can get a better home, a better value, or a better location for this price. This is not a fair price. You're overpaying. Is that what you want to do? You want an agent who can be a consumer advocate for you and watch out. The whole rebate thing in real estate is a total scam. Your best agents are not rebating, and there's no difference in your monthly payment if you get 3% under versus 2% under the market value or the list price, whatever it may be. So what you should focus on is hiring the best agent, period, who knows how to win. And that's what you need to keep in mind here, not pithy rebate scams. Right now I'm under contract. The home's listed $1.295 million, and right now we're under contract for $1.1 million. That's 15% that I negotiated for them, and you better believe the rebate agent was not going to pull that off. So that's just one example. I tried to be very modest with the example I put in the graphic, but my main point is hire the best agents. That's what you want to do. That's in your interest because they know how to be preventative, to solve problems, to push their thoughts and analysis onto the listing agents so that listing agents take it and parrot it back to the sellers and so that you win in negotiating. All right, take care.